Hello there, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. It is Tuesday the 24th, just checking the date, 24th of September 2024. You can see there I'm in front of the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock. I'm going to do my midweek video covering some of your questions and comments. Slightly early this week, the weather is quite unpredictable and not too great this week, so we're going to get up in the air today, get it done whilst we've got some relatively okay weather. It's a bit windy, but we'll get up there, cover some of your questions and comments, and first talk about the good news that that us Blues got yesterday. Okay, let's get up there. Okay, so you can see, first things first, I'm up in the air already, looking directly at the East Stand and Plaza there. So as I said, as we have a little look across the East Plaza here, I will just mention the good news that I referred to just now, which is of course Everton. Finally looks like the sale is going through to take over to the Friedkin group, which is really good news in my opinion. The best thing I heard about it, I mean obviously new owners won't know what they're like. Roma look okay, although I know Roma fans aren't too happy at the moment with the fact that they've just got rid of the manager De Rossi, was it? He was obviously a Roma legend, but that aside, one of the best things I have heard is that they intend to make us debt free by the time they take over, which is something that we desperately need. The financial talk about the club has been like looming over us for decades now, almost. And my opinion is just that debt issue goes, we managed to stay in the Premier League, hopefully, come the next season and get into this stadium, then things could really be looking good for us and be on the up. So let's just keep our fingers crossed there. Hopefully it's a swift and smooth transaction. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I just think it's really good news for Everton Football Club and us fans, in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts, guys, please. Love to know what everybody thinks on that, really would. So moving to the stadium now, and some of the questions and comments put to me from my weekend fly around. So first up, I've got Stephen Lyndon Wyatt, who says, thanks Nick, next vid should show the roof clear as they had a crane there on Friday. Steelwork is a feature. So the steelwork you're referring to is down on the southwest corner. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And David Badcock has said that the crane is located on the southwest quay of Nelson Dock in this video. And Stephen said, well spotted. So I think you're referring to, when you say the roof clear, do you mean like all aspects of the roof clear, all the materials clear? It's looking good down this end, isn't it, Stephen? But as we go up, we'll get up nice and high and get over. You can see there are still some like dregs of materials left here, but not much at all. Just getting a strong wind warning there. So I just want to have a look down if we can see this crane, because David said it was down here. Maybe it's not anymore. Can't see it anywhere there, I don't think. No, hopefully I'm not missing anything. But yeah, there's just a few bits and bobs there, isn't there? Like, not much. Some more, is that the walkway panels there, is it? Couple of piles of those, but yeah, there's not much there. Just wonder if we can see that crane anywhere. I think that's it, is it? Is that more of a cherry picker? Yeah, it's got someone in, so as you know, if you watch my videos, I won't focus on people when they're in. But yeah, Stephen, roof does look majority clear, but not quite. Now moving on, see, Stephen mentioned the steel structure there. Now it was this I was referring to that's come up at the southwest corner, right on the edge. So I've got a few comments on this, quite a few people. There was a bit of speculation, and then I think we've got some confirmation. So here we go. We've got Blue Plum 5858 says the metal structure you mentioned, Nick, is a wind baffle. It's actually shown on the early renderings, and there were more than one. Great early morning shot. Thanks, Blue Plum. So you're saying it's a wind baffle, and there were more than one. Just going to stay on this because I've also got Lee Stewart, who says the black archway is part of the design on the design video. It just creates a nice division aesthetic between Everton Way and the West Stand Plaza. I can see they've removed the last bit of sand that was in the waterway next to the Northwest Stand. There's still bits of floating sand in the waterway, which I'm sure they'll remove. So we'll move on to we'll have a little look at that waterway in a minute, Lee. But then just moving on, I've got David Badcock, who says, Lee, the chunky black steel structure is not just intended to be aesthetic, it has a function as well. They are a structure for personnel gates, and the combination of swing hinged perforated gates and roller shutters for when the weather is really windy. Okay, David, thank you so much for that. So let's just zoom in a bit more. So you're saying, David, there's going to be gates on this, swing hinged perforated gates. I get what you're saying for when the weather's really windy, and roller shutters, because obviously it'll be able to block then the wind coming down. But thank you so much for that. So we'll keep an eye on it though, guys, but it looks like there's going to be some gates put on that, as far as David has said. Moving just back briefly to Lee Stewart. Lee, you're further down in your comments, you said that you can see they've removed the last bit of sand that was in the waterway next to the Northwest Stand, but there's still bits of floating sand in the waterway, which you're sure they'll remove. So there was a few conversations on this that people said there was a bit of sand in the middle, wasn't there? You can see they're doing work on that now to remove. We think it might be more sludge or something than sand, to be honest, because sand obviously sinks and doesn't float. There was just some sand around, or sludge around the middle area there. But it is gone, and it looks like they're like, it just looks like he's almost like dredging it. Yeah, it looks like he's just doing a bit of like dredging there, pulling some rubbish out. See if he gets anything in there, right? There definitely is some sand now, it looks. And there it goes there. Big pile of it there. So yeah, it must be sand because he is going to the bottom, yeah. But that was the pile that was left there, wasn't it? Sorry guys, I'm just thinking back. There was the pile that was left in this corner actually when the water came in. Now listen, we'll keep an eye on it. Just look at those stones whilst we're in this area. Mostly done as well. Doing a fantastic job on them. That orange one's just a cherry picker as well, isn't it? Okay guys, anyway, digressing a bit. So we will move on. Keep an eye on that waterway and that dredging that's going on there. But thanks very much, Lee Stewart and David Badcock, for your excellent reply as always, letting us know exactly what that steel frame is for. Moving on, I've got GSC Roxio says, better be some chippies thrown up. Walks from the car to the game will be a lot more scenic and vibrant being close to Liverpool, but being close to Liverpool won, but can't be doing without my sausage, chips and curry sauce on a match day. Roxio, I've got to agree with you there. We need some more. I did do a video a few weeks ago now, looking at some of the properties up and down this road, Regent Road is it, looking up and down and pointing out that there are quite a few properties that we could get. There's a big spec on this corner here that remember was planned for a hotel, but it was knocked back by the council, of course. But yeah, we want a few chippies or something up and down here, defo, don't we, Roxio? As you said, for the match day, walking and grabbing a bite is definitely. People have these traditions as well. You must be one of them, I'm guessing, Roxio. Whereas it's tradition to get your chips and curry and stuff like that. So yeah. Sorry, somebody's putting do not park cones down here now, so let them know I'll be moving in a minute. Anyway, move on. Thanks, Roxio. Cheers, mate. Move on. I've got Dave Parkey 18, who says, surely we're going to have some blue lighting reflecting off the river cladding. It's only B5, okay. He's got, surely we are going to have some blue lighting reflecting off the silver cladding on match days. Nights. I love the stadium, but someone has to say this is Everton somewhere on it. Great videos always made. Cheers, Dave. David Badcock again replied saying, Dave, yes, it is anticipated that the lighting around the base of the barrel cladding will create the blue mood. There may be some of the same along the base of the north and south windows as approved in the plans. There is due to be plenty of lit signage both on the barrel cladding, the windows, the brick facades, the west terrace sidewalls, and on all the portals, never mind all the ancillaries around the plazas. It's all part of EFC's customisation period after Lang O'Rourke have completed. David, once again, thanks for that. And Dave Parkey, brilliant point, mate. So yeah, we're expecting, as David Badcock said, the lighting around the base of the barrel cladding. None of it's there, look, see. None of it's been turned on yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what we get. It's the same up the other end, and as Dave Badcock said, hopefully some lighting maybe north and south, at the bottom of the north and south as well would be fantastic. But I believe it's all going to be relatively discreet, has it, guys, because of the plans and where it is, because it was in that what is it, UNESCO, can't think of the wording now, the thing that the city lost because of this, can't think of it, anyway, because of that. It was all a bit silly, to be honest, but anyway, yeah, moving on. Sorry, James Slaven, just on the same sort of point. James Slaven has said, I love the look of the new stadium. I just think it's missing a good splash of royal blue on the outside to remind people who we are, the mighty Blue Men. And Ross has replied saying, pretty sure the ambient lights under the barrel cladding on the east and west stand will be blue at night. They just haven't turned them on yet. And yeah, so again, that's just on the same sort of note. So thanks, James. Thanks very much, Ross. So yeah, we're hoping, aren't we, there at night, this side and the other side, right across here, will show a bit of blue, mood lighting, ambient lighting. Tell you what, I'm zoomed in there. Let's zoom out and come back a bit so we can look. Imagine it of a night time lighting up. All of that as we come across. Nice blue light on it. Both sides as well, so the other side of the river, which I can't wait to get a shot of at night, all lit up. So yeah, Thank you very much regarding the lighting. Moving on, I've got Dave Fleming 6130 who says, Nick, do you or other viewers know why some seats look a different shade of blue in the same block? Okay, so Dave Fleming, I could do with you actually telling me what block it is, mate. So I've got Blue Nose 1744 who says, could it be that some are up and some are down? Could be that, couldn't it? Up the effing toffees. Ross has said a lot of them still have the protective wrappers on. They are being taken off one by one. Then the seats are getting one last safety check individually. They've already done loads, but there's still a lot more to go. Okay. And Stephen said Ross is correct. Numbers are also being fitted. So there you go, Dave. A few kind of options for you there. These ones, I think, do look a bit different. I think these might be the executive ones, but other than that, Stephen, like I say, when you say like look different colour in the same block, you just have to give me a bit more, please, mate. Let me know what block you're looking at. See, they fitted seats there in those disabled sections. Don't think I'd seen them before. Had I? How long have they been there, guys? It's one of those as well, I think on my screen, Dave, that when I look from here, I think, I've just zoomed in there because I think on that north stand there, that main section, I think a couple of those seats look a different shade, but when I zoom in, they're not. So yeah, let me know what block you're talking about, please, Dave, and I'll definitely have a look for you. But a few of the suggestions there sound reasonable, don't they? Moving on, I've got Dan at W3 says, will people have the opportunity to visit the stadium on non-match days, or will the gates be locked? Do we know? Dunk the Blue has replied saying the 6 entrances in the Regent Road wall will be open. Should be able to walk around the stadium. So yeah, thanks for that, Dunk the Blue. Dan, it's something that has been asked a couple of times, but yeah, don't mind covering it, because obviously don't expect everyone to have watched every video. Yeah, so the entrances down here, as Dunk said, in Regent Road, main entrances, all of these should be open all the time, so people can have a walk around. Oh, there's a, is that a, do you know what, I thought that was a funeral because of all the black cars. So I hope it's not. So yeah, they'll be open there, Dan, and you should be able to have access to the stadium. It's been mentioned before though, it'll only be on like kind of extraordinary circumstances maybe that they might be closed, but should be open all the time so you can have access, especially into this East Plaza, but round the south, because down the south, which is down there, is where the Everton Way, all the memory stones and that are going to be fitted. So definitely people need access to the likes of that. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks very much, Dunk. Moving on, last but not least, as we come down, I've got Prescotian, who says, I was just wondering what you are going to do Sunday mornings when the stadium is handed over. A little rest, mate. And I'm considering at the moment, I'm considering whether I just call it a day. But I think most likely, I said that last week, that I wasn't sure what I'm going to do once the stadium is complete. But I've kind of considered now. I got a lot of people saying that they hope I do carry on doing a few things. So once this is finished, I think at the moment I'll get back to doing the other things, covering other projects and looking at other sites. Not just construction as well, but just other sites of interest there that I can share some aerial views and that of, and get back to doing that, because I'm covering just this mainly at the moment, because this takes up like a lot of my time, you know, twice a week doing it, and I've got other things to do. But yeah, guys, let me know what you'd like to see. I've got other ideas, and I'll be at the Everton v Palace game this Saturday as well, so I will be doing a match day vlog. I do then. Last one I was at was the very first game of the season against Brighton. Wasn't a great one. I missed the horrific game against Bournemouth because I was away on holiday. So this is the next one, this Saturday at Crystal Palace, my next vlog of the season. So the last one, as I said, when I was there, Brighton, was fantastic. I had loads of people come over for a chat. If you see me at the Palace game, come and have a chat and give me your thoughts and comments as to whether or not what you want me to keep doing, or whether you want me to just quit after this. Cheers everyone, finish off there. Okay everybody, there you go. That was my midweek video covering some of your questions and comments on the Everton Stadium down in at Bramley-Moore Dock. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Some good ones again to cover, but yeah, it's just looking so good, so good. As the very first one, I think it was Stephen, I mentioned the roof looks almost like empty now, nothing on there nearly. There's a few bits and bobs still up there, but yeah, still a few things to keep an eye on. That structure, that metal structure southwest, then you've got the water channel. There's a few other bits, still bits to keep us going, isn't there? Let me know your thoughts, comments on anything we've mentioned or anything else you spotted. Other than that, as I said, Crystal Palace game this Saturday, after the massive news of the takeover hopefully going through. Fingers crossed we can do something this Saturday. I think we've been playing okay, but I'll cover that more on Saturday. If you see me at the game, please do come over, say hello, come and jump on the video. Let's talk about the takeover, what you think. Let's talk about the Palace game. Yeah, come and say hello. Other than that, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Take care. Bye now.